What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice and welcome back to FrostPunk. Okay guys, so if you guys remember this game, I played this, I think last year in 2019, maybe early 2019 or late 2018. I played this game on stream for about 3-4 hours and I had a really good time playing it. I don't know why I never came back to it, but I've been meaning to come back to it for quite some time now. Basically, it is a city survival game, essentially. You are the ruler of a city and you have to help it survive and thrive in like a frost apocalypse. There have been some new DLCs since the release of the game, so I'm here to try out some stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and just start a new scenario. I could do the last autumn. We're gonna go ahead and just start with a new home. To preserve civilization from the chaos of its own downfall, we have all fled to the end of the world. We will have to adapt it to survive. Who will become will we become in the process? A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst. Now that the world as we know it has crumbled, we have to survive. Here we go, guys. It's as I remember it. It's been a long while, though. Okay. Fight for the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay, stockpile some coal. So yeah, basically this whole game is going to be about collecting things, getting things. We're going to need to gather coal. We're going to need to gather wood. We're going to need to get the generator running. We're going to need to basically combat this one day at a time. Okay, we got a decent amount of coal, but we're not quite where we need to be. I want to put the generator on, but at the same time. There's wood over there. More, those are wooden crates. Steel wreckage there. You guys can see a close-up here. Or we could get an overview. There's more coal over here. 2 more coal piles. More coal. So there's a decent amount of coal here. Then there's a coal deposit. We could build where we could build a coal mine. Look at all my little people. Okay, we almost have enough coal, guys. We almost have enough. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. The discontent is there. But yeah, basically this game's gonna get a bit complicated as we continue forward, just because of the fact that not only do we have to like focus on making sure everything is going properly.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Whoa. Housing problem. No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible weather. We better build something. I'll provide some shelter. Provide shelter for at least half of your citizens. Okay, let's take a look. Tents. Why don't we build tents right here? We got how much wood? Let's say we picked up a decent amount of wood. I'm about to say it takes 10 wood to do this. Okay, we're gonna keep tents close to the generator. We're gonna keep tents close to the generator just because of the fact that keeping them as warm as possible is gonna be a huge thing. Because one problem that I had when I streamed this game was I could not for the life of me figure out how to prevent my stuff from getting like frozen to the brim. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, nighttime is hitting. We best turn on the generator. Okay. It's on level 1. We gotta keep the people happy. We gotta make sure that they're not gonna freeze to death. Ah, toasty warm. Actually, how much shelter can I build? I can only build one more set of tents. So some people are gonna have it rough at first, but we just needed to we just need to get the work the first couple of days to get things going. Shelter promise was fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with the roof or even a flapping one over their heads. Hope rises. Yes. Gotta keep that hope alive, man. Okay, we're gonna speed through the night. Oh. Uh-oh. No, Ruth, Bernice, and Nellie. This person doesn't have any shelter for the night. Oh God. Oh God. Can I build you a home real quick? I mean, you guys are probably not gonna build it till tomorrow. Okay. It's now daytime again. Now that we have less. Oh. Nellie, Bernice, Ruth, and Nettie. Go rest. Staying home, resting. Good. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. I've got to hold on. People are depending on me. Yes, guys. That is the way to think about this. A word of advice. Critical shortage. The number of sick is rising, and we don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of effort could help us gather the necessary resources. Okay, open the book. Let's see what's going on. Emergency shift. Sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand and at the cost of everyone else, or die. You can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. I don't care to do that. Child labor, safe jobs, child shelters. Fighting arena. I'm not gonna do that. I still remember this section right here, adding the fighting arena. Like, why would you do that? Okay, radical treatment, sustain life. Okay, we're gonna do emergency shift just so we have that.
A new law has passed.
The work shift can be extended to 24 hours. Work until you die. Well, I'm not gonna have you guys work till you die. We need some more supplies. So let's speed this up. We need to gather more wood, metal, and all the other things that we could be using. Well, also, after we can turn this. We can shut it down. I'll shut down the generator for now because I don't want us to burn through all our coal. It'll keep its temperature for a while. Okay, food. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the center of the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we start to that. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Okay, so first things first. Secure a raw food supply. Build a hunter's hut or a hothouse, which we can do that. So food-wise, the more wood you guys gather, the sooner I can get this built. We're almost there. We almost have enough wood. Heat is off. The generator is down. That's okay. We're still doing good. Could not assign any citizens to work. Okay, we're gonna need a the heating is off. The generator is off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't at least turn it on for the night. Which of course, I will gladly turn it on for the night. That is no problem. Just need to build a cookhouse and start preparing meals. I know, guys, I know. It's rough that we have to do all this, but it's like, it's the only way we're going to be able to get all the supplies that we need. We have ill, we have people who need sleep. We need to make sure we're higher on our supplies. People from our convoy. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, word up, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced building. Yes. For right now, we can get some engineers working in here. You can introduce a new law. What we got? You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. Worker overtime causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. I don't care to do that. Children can work safe jobs. Kids should be learning, not working. I'm sorry. Well, we toil all day, and now kids have to work too? Oh, no. Robert, no! We do need to build a medical facility. We need 25 wood. As the days get longer, the days will eventually get longer and harder, so we need to keep up getting supplies. We have food, and we have people who can make food. Like the daylight hours, we're gonna turn you off. It's the daylight hours, so we need to keep the generator off, because I don't want to go through all our coal. Yeah, we need to get houses built as soon as possible. We might need to up this a bit. Could not resume production. Requires raw food. Steel wreckage is depleted? Okay. Okay. Wooden crates. Well, let's go ahead and get 10 people on that. And we can get... Let's focus 5 workers on you. And 3 kids there. And while we're at it, let's construct that medical post. Keep that close at hand. There we go. And while we're at it, sleeping outside. Captain, some of our people are protesting against the lack of housing last night. You have 1 day to provide housing, but better than tents. We're hitting our first rough decision because it's like we need to go through and get more wood if we're going to do houses and everything. We have 30 wood. The medical post is already being built. Why are people starving? There's food rations. A word of advice: resources shortage. We're getting short on resources. Our needs are great and growing by the hour. To address this, we can enact a new law that will allow us to extend working hours. Sorry, guys. The discontent is going to go up. The work shift can be extended to 14 hours. What? 10 hours isn't enough? I suppose in our circumstances. Thank you. My father used to tell us we're lucky to work 10 hours a day. Yes, thank you, Clarence and John. Get those sick people in there. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with a roof, not even a flapping one over their heads. Well, I want to get those tents set up so there's nobody sleeping outside. Tents are still not the best to have. I would rather. Okay, people are eating. Awesome, sweet. Okay, so people are eating, which is good. You know, there's less people now. People aren't going to like die or anything, which is good. Which is good. Oh, there's still 10 homeless? How are there 10 homeless? Got plenty of people working on this. I'd rather keep children working to a minimum.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
The temperature requirements. Okay, we need to build a workshop. Well, we need to finish housing. Too cold. It's getting colder each day. I don't want to raise it. I'd have to raise it to the 2nd level.
Get to work.
Very cold. Great, great, great.
Plenty to do.
Okay. Well, let's, for starters, do what we can. We need to build a workshop. Which one creates? It's this one. Okay, so we can get 10 workers out there if we want to build a workshop. Tech. We need 15 wood and 5 steel. We have plenty of steel. We've done really good on that. I know it's cold, guys, but we gotta keep up the working. And yes, finally, everyone is inside of tents. They're at the very least. We're doing really good on coal, which is good because we need to be. Okay. Tech. Workshop. There we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be this is gonna be rough. Mild frostbite. Frostbite. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if we have people work in such cold. We must do something. I see. I'll have to work on either increasing the power of only one person has frostbite though. Child injured at work. A child got distracted at work and has been injured. The accident was not serious. It happened entirely due to child's carelessness. The child won't work for 24 hours. Hope will rise slightly. Yes, give this kid the day off. This kid is hurt. Well, this kid cannot work. It's fine. One kid not being able to work is fine. We're gonna have to keep the heat on. As much as I am one of those people that say that you can introduce a new law, I'd rather not. I need someone to be working on this. Carrying resources, unable to work. Yes, Robert Stapleton is the one who got injured. Which one of you is the one with frostbite? Swears on the risk of death. Why are you guys working if you're on the risk of death? You idiots. We're still doing good, pretty decent on resources.
Night is coming.
Treat the gravely ill. One of our people is gravely ill. If you sign the radical treatment law, the gravely ill will be treated at a medical post, but may undergo risky amputations as a result. Alternatively, you might sign the sustained life law to keep them alive until we build an infirmary. I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah. Radical treatments if necessary.
Hear me. New law in the city.
It may make sense, but that doesn't make it any less cruel. You're right. Even with all our advances in medicine, we have to resort to this if we have to. You guys have to remember, we're doing what we can. The drawing board. It takes 50 wood to do this? Yeah. Upgrade. Okay. How much would it take to build an infirmary? Actually, an infirmary would be... We're not going to abort it Gotta say, we need as much work on that as possible. Thing is, we need to start upgrading our stuff because this is going to get progressively worse. Some days are better, but some days are worse. They're 11 sick now. We're gonna have to. There's no more gravely ill, which is good. Or someone who is. Steel wreckage. Is there like a way to move the? Okay, cool. We can move the camera around a little bit. Ore deposits, old coal deposits. Plenty of deposits. Get a move on, chaps. There's still plenty of work to do. We're doing fine, all things considered. How's your research? A protective mother. A mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see it as unfair. Let her have the day off. I know that might seem unfair, but it's what we have to do. The food rations are not looking good. Wait 5 hours to sign a new law, which is what we're gonna have to do because we're running low on food. I can't give any more workers this unless we get more workers. How's the think tank coming? Okay, we need to find a way to expand the heat. Because that is a big problem we got going right now. We're doing good on coal, but with it getting colder and colder, we need to get. Okay, they're still not done. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure that they're still out there. She wants to join our first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. I need to build the beacon, which I can't build the beacon yet. I can't build the beacon yet. We are hurrying as fast as we can. What can we build? Resources. People working here gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates, and steel wreckage. That's the stockpiles. 15 wood and 5 steel. That's actually not bad. We don't have a ton of workers right now. Mild frostbite says they became gravely ill. Great. Okay, we gotta get a law in place. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to go with soup. This can.
Everyone, new law is signed.
Now we'll know how the poor ate in the workhouses. I hate soup. All of my life it's been thin gruel and empty promises. Look, man. We do what we have to. The food supplies are low. Okay, upgrade generator.
Workday ends. It's off time.
There we go. Oh boy, this game is just gonna get rougher and rougher. More sick beds than needed, Captain. More of our people are concerned about the rising number of untreated sick. They're asking you to address the problem. One-third, there are 12 people sick, so we could do at least 5 more people. I promise the sick will be treated. First amputation. To save this patient's life, we had to perform an amputation. As a result, this person won't be able to work. A care house. Wait to do... Okay. Care house. The gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer a burden on the medical. Residents of the care houses eat half as much and hope will rise slightly. You will have to build a care house. Oh, man. The number of sick is rising. Oh my god. We're doing fine, all things considered. No, we're not doing fine. This is... It's starting to warm up a bit. It's warming up a bit. Awesome. Discontent is going down. Discontent is going down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. It is going down a lot. But... we need... to build... children... Perfect. Okay, we need to build... we need to get this going. We need more... Okay, perfect.
A new law has passed.
Yes. Well, it means more beds and food for the rest of us. It's the best we can do for them right now. Exactly. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things are getting rough. Double rations for kids. In the wake of recent child workers accident, the parents argue that we could give working children double rations to make them stronger and help prevent injuries. We can't afford... no, we can't afford that. As much as I'd love to, we can't afford that. Our rations are getting low as it is. We actually need more people working in here. Because we are getting low. Ah, we have 0 people. It is functioning though. And we are getting a decent amount of wood and all that stuff, which is awesome. But we need... could not resume production, requires raw food, which means we need more people working. There are over plenty of people there. A frightened patient. One of our people is facing death, but he is still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind. Even though gangrene, it will kill him in a matter of hours. This person will be left as an amputee. We have to. We have to. Look, man, we are not going to let you die. If I can help it, I'm not going to let anybody die. Generator range upgrade research. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, well... so now it's reaching everywhere. Awesome, awesome. The wooden crates are depleted. Oh, we don't have any more engineers. We only have 15.
End of shift.
We have more. We have... well, actually, the cookhouse has to be... Okay. 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 Provide treatment for people. I have a day and 23 hours left. I don't have a lot of time. Okay, we can have you working on next. Resources. We can have you working on the beacon. Coal mining, charcoal kiln, the wall drill, faster gathering. Okay. Exploration industry, the beacon. Yes, we need to get started on that. In the meantime, we also need to work. We should also build. Another medical post. Thing is, we need to keep up this, and I can spread out spread out engineers, but we also need to get that beacon built. If we're going to survive this, we need more people, and to get more people, we're gonna need Oh, we're almost out. Okay, let's see here. Where can we? Take 2 people from here, and 2 people here. Okay. I have a day left. Number of gravely ill is getting worse and worse. Oh man, I have 1 day left to do this. We survived another night. That has to count for something. You're right. We're doing fine, all things considered. Thanks. I appreciate you guys keeping an optimistic attitude. I have workers. Okay. I don't want you guys doing too much. We need more. We do need more supplies. Let's get to work, guys.
Work time. Get back to work.
We should build another medical facility right here. We could go a bit farther, or we could get the steel wreckage. Well, we need to keep up the coal, though. I hate to do this, my dudes. I'm gonna let you guys focus on building for right now. I'm gonna have to build another hunting lodge. I have a day and 2 hours to provide enough shelter for all the sick, but it's like we are getting too many sick and not enough. We're running only at 50% pack capacity, but we need... This I would count as a state of emergency. Get to Rio. We need to start researching that, because that is what getting most of the people sick. I'm not going to introduce any new laws right now. I'm really sad to make my engineers work this much, but it's like... How are we getting more injured right now? One of our people died? One of our people has just died. Sickness, accidents, and a deadly cold will keep claiming lives in this harsh world. We need to find a way to dispose of the body. From the book. If we will keep some people from work for a few hours, this will establish a cemetery. We'll have to dig a snow pit, hope will fall, and discontent will rise. No, we're gonna do the cemetery.
New law. A new law has passed.
Amputee suicide. A man whose leg you ordered amputated has committed suicide. He left a note. I can't live like this. Unable to work without purpose. I don't want to be a burden. Just another mouth to feed. You'll have to sign prosthetics law. At least after death we'll be allowed to. At least after death we'll be allowed to rest properly. Earth to earth, ash to ashes, dust to dust, as it should be. I have 14 hours to take care of the ill, but I don't have enough time. Oh man, I screwed up. I screwed up. I can openly say that. We just have so many people who are sick. Bunkhouse research. Awesome. Okay. New research. Medical post upgrade. Actually, I'm gonna have you work on hunting, increasing hunting gear. Let's. What do we need for the beacon? Let's look at that right now. The beacon. Beacon built. Okay. Send up the beacon. The beacon shall rise, and hopefully we'll find some more workers. Oh man, this is rough, dude. The Lost Expedition? The Gloomy Cave. Lost Expedition. Okay, so we have a scout team doing that. I'm not going to be able to take care of this because there are too many sick. There are too many sick people. I can't. It's just we're keeping up with the research to try to keep people alive. Ready to search. We needed to win. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is no real. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they have done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. We needed to win. Okay, where do I have engineers? Take down engineers and have some workers there. We need to up this and fill that with workers. The steel wreckage is depleted. Okay, now get 5 people working there, and let's go ahead and build a bunkhouse. Oh, we're running low on coal. Okay, we can actually take the workers away from there now. Well, I mean, it's inoperative because there's no reason to have it here. Can we deconstruct it? Excuse me. I was gonna take that hit. How are we doing? Cemetery established. Hope rises with the cemetery being built. Okay. Everybody come in for the night. Scouts have reached the Lost Expedition. Awesome. That's what I thought. Our discontent is going to rise. People are hungry. They're not starving though, which is good. Well, time to get out of bed and back to the fray. Yes. Okay, we need 5 children working out there. We're doing pretty decently on resources. Hunter's gear research. Awesome. Okay. Care house not built. We failed to promise. Turns frozen trees into useful material. We definitely could use that. Extracts iron ore, which would also be useful. The coal thumper, which is pumping pressured oil water into underground coal deposits. Could do faster gathering. Let's see, exploration, more scouts. Resources, food and shelter. We could be doing a hothouse. Actually, we might want to focus on the hothouse. I can't have my people starving. For right now, we need to build... food. Oh, we need to build another hunters. Everybody's working hard. Everybody's getting stuff done. We're doing what we need to. Help the amputees. A proud man. Sir, one of our men inside insists on living on the streets. We brought him to you so you can maybe you could talk to him. Look, sir, everything I have ever had, I earned myself. I'll be damned if I take up space under a roof when I have no way to pay for it. And since I've lost my hand, I can't work, so that's that. He turns to leave, but hesitates when he sighs. There were homes for people like me in London. We must build such a home. To build such a home, we need... to build such a home. How are we looking? They're making their way home. Okay, we need to do this. Urgent need for treatment. Captain, our people have gathered to protest. The number of untreated sick keeps rising, but you seem to ignore the problems. They demand action. I can't do it, man. I'll open a medical post right away. We are all doing what we can. The care house promise has been fulfilled. Yes. Woo! Better say, things are looking okay. Not great, but okay. Woo! A lost expedition, a happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes. Thank God you found us. We have been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Our children and adults around us, packed and ready to go. Escort them to the city. Escort them to the city. Don't just... We can explore more, no problem. It's just we need to get them escorted back to the city first. But alright guys, I am going to end this video here. Oh man, this is not going the way I was expecting. Oh man, we're almost out of coal too. I might have just screwed myself. But either way guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I do plan to do a couple of videos on this. I might end up actually having to restart. We'll see how things go. Because this content is already way higher than the hope. But I never know what to focus on these games. Like, I always, like, micromanaging is one thing, but it's like sometimes I just forget about the needs that need to be put up above. But now that I'm kind of getting back into the feel of this, I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can do it. But tell me what you think in the comment section down below. If you got tips for me or anything you want to tell me that might improve my gameplay, let me know in the comment section down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are in the world. And I hope you all have yourselves... And I hope all of you stay frosty.